Am I live? View? Hello, present and future viewers. Welcome to the stream. How are you all doing? Me, I don't know what to say if I am fine. I am definitely like uncomfortable in how furious the temperature is right now. It is just past lunch around 1 p.m. where I'm at. And I thought the heat in April was tolerable enough. I thought I could survive this weather reliably. But I was wrong. And it's just uncomfortable. So recently, if you happen to notice, you probably haven't, but I'm going to say anyway. I've been doing oxygen not included runs. First 3 runs I streamed it, I sort of loved it. Like I want to keep on grinding oxygen not included, but at the same time, it is a rather stressful and taxing game. It is something that exhausts me mentally, and that exhaustion, I believe, is not really good for commentating, especially if the kind of commentating that, or rather, especially if you want to be able to yap while you're doing a game, oxygen not included is not it. I mean, I probably could if I go on a rather chiller run, but I do like the challenge despite it all. And yet, knowing that one of my stress responses is to just shut up and not speak about anything, because when I do that, it's not really me shutting down, it's me trying to gather my thoughts. And sad to say, me gathering my thoughts makes it appear that I am not as responsive as I should. And I do remember some bad memories when it comes to trying to gather my thoughts, especially when some people would rather have you be responsive. Probably the reason why I couldn't get around being confident in my speech. I find my speech being not too bad at all. It certainly could use some improvements when it comes to impressions, when it comes to banter. But in anything else, I don't really find it as brought down. What kind of word would be useful for it? It's not a hindrance as I would like to think. I guess it is less about whether or not I can speak well, but whether or not I'm comfortable speaking to the person I'm with. Which again also takes a lot of work. I recognize that being able to speak to charismatically towards people you don't know, people who are you're not comfortable to, is also a useful skill when it comes to being an adult. Although then again, it is less of the people I don't know and more of the people I actually know that I develop certain speech difficulties. They don't really make it any better. Anyhow, with regards to streaming, I would probably be going on the down low when it comes to streaming, which it is probably fine. I don't really have anyone watching right now, which is fine. You know, when I ventured on doing this, I am quite aware that it is generally possible that I would do this without any views, and I could do this for months without any views, and that is okay. That is okay. When I went into this is more like trying to get accustomed to the types of tech that I need to involve myself with, the kinds of knobs, the kinds of settings that I could use or I should use before I go into streaming comfortably. Hence, for the most of April, I was pretty much doing test streams, doing commentary on, doing commentary off, and trying out some games. I wish I could have just chosen like short experiences of streams, but the streams that I end up choosing, other than Dawncaster, which is oxygen not included, and 2 Point Museum, are kind of long games. Like, you're in it for the long haul. Not to mention, I do remember, I do want in the future to do city skylines, simulation streams, for the heck of it. But then again, I don't think my mini PC could run that comfortably. So yeah. So what will happen after this Dawncaster stream? Dawncaster streams would probably still appear on this channel, but other than Dawncaster streams, I'll probably try experimenting with doing video recordings and video editings. Upload a few playthroughs on my channel without any stream notice or whatnot, just to improve my chances of being discovered. I mean, like I'm not aspiring to be like the next big thing. That's pretty much impossible, especially if you don't know people from the streaming world. But just a couple of folks, like be it art or writing or gaming or any creative pursuit, sad to say, at this point in time, will require eyeballs looking at your work, vouching for you. Be it people who will consume your work or people who are willing to support your work. You need to be visible. And a lot of the reclusive writers that actually made it, not necessarily made it as in popular made it, but made it as in made it to market and made a couple of sales, not groundbreaking, but they have at least a sale, is that they have people who support them. Sometimes that people would be just as little as either they availed of a self-publishing, they direct to booksellers promo program, or maybe they enlisted beta readers as well, or maybe they went with a publishing house. They have support of the people around them, and especially that they sought the help of those people in some capacity. So yeah, sad to say, to make it in the arts, regardless of whether or not you're sociable or you're recluse, you still need to make yourself available to some capacity. And in a way, these streams are just me trying to acquire some technical skills in order to make it easier to make myself available easier without resorting to looking out for what kind of setup can I use. And with that said, when it comes to chatting, when I come back from streaming, I'll probably be disabling chat, and chat may probably be enabled when I reach at least 10 followers, so, or 10 subscribers in YouTube terminology. Because it's definitely hard to like keep on yapping depending on the game, and when you're not really, when people aren't really looking at your game, it makes it incredibly difficult to keep yourself in the performance of talking to someone in the future. I mean, it is easy if you know that someone, but definitely difficult if you're just bouncing your thoughts off on the potentiality that a stranger may like you and you're yapping. But yeah, it can be difficult to compose some forms of entertaining yap, entertaining reaction, if you don't have other people to bounce off your kind of commentary with, either simultaneously or via comments. So yeah, streams will probably be chat disabled or emote only, probably emote only. So yeah, that what would happen is that when I am doing live streaming, I would only enable like likes and emotes, and once I feel like I have a regular viewership, I'll probably enable it. That would make it easier for me generally to leverage my expectations and actually better hone my ability to talk commentary wise. And yeah, by May, it will be mostly recordings. Then by June, depending on the change in circumstance, I might be back again to do some streaming. Yeah, that's definitely because even then at April, even though I have a lot of time to myself, the time that it takes to generate content in stream is that it takes a while. It takes a while. Like you get 3 to 5 hours, which is nothing if you enjoy the game. But enjoying the game is different from being able to commentate while doing the game, right? So in a way, it would also be easier to create engaging commentary if you don't have an active chat. At least if you're not trying to worry if other people will actually visit your stream. And with that said, let's start the game. I would... Never mind. Dawncaster isn't really that kind of game that benefits from EDM music. I wish I had some royalty copyright friendly music other than Michael the Ghelfi music that Dawncaster somewhat got licensed from for their game. Which if you're a Dawncaster streamer, this would probably cause you to stumble on. Let's run first our credits just to see if I'm right. Music and sound design, Sonic Picnic, localization. Yes, ambiences by Michael Ghelfi Studios or by Nicolas Parente, who are royalty free. Musicians, Nicolas Parente. Right now I am double checking to see if he has some available site in YouTube probably. Nicolas Parente. Music. Yeah, he has some epic cinematic music as well. And I think Dawncaster also enlisted some of his... Or is it the same? You probably get to listen while I look for some of his music. How about this? And time worn past? No, that's not it. War of the Fallen. That's not it. I'm just trying to test if I could locate in his YouTube if some of his works were available if he uploaded it. I don't know my words once again. No, I don't know. But yeah, let's get back to the game. For the rest of this run, you're probably not going to hear me yap. I'll probably turn off my microphone. But nonetheless, as a twist, last game when we achieved a darkness build, we've managed to be able to kill like the cosmic darkness with cosmic entity with darkness, and I summoned most of my damage inflicting cards by say the Sun God's Blessing, I think is the card. Is the card that allows you to summon all of your basic cards. And with a free cast basic attack set, it was easy at most. And given that I've managed to make the kind of mage and battle warrior type archetype of a deck, I was thinking one of the experiences that I haven't unlocked in Dawncaster, other than say the Spine of the Night final battle, which can only be unlocked in later difficulties, is that of the Silent Thrilling Quarry battle. So you have a default kind of battle where you will deal against swift, hard-hitting attacks. And there's also a kind of special mode in said battle where you can like, I'm looking for the right words, where if you hit at the last moment the final boss with a certain card that requires bury. Oh my god, it requires bury. Yeah, if you hit that boss, you will find a better or different boss. And I want to try and unlock that, but obtaining the right conditions is challenging, really. And I wanna try it this time. I wonder if I should go with Arcanist again. We could do Gilded Staff, although it is expensive. Instead, I did it with a Hunter and a free cast Dusk Blades. Yeah, free cast Dusk Blades. But now, if we are going to go with, do we do a tone of light? Sunlands would probably be fine if I can convert zeal to barrier or whatnot. But given the Helios card requires bury, we might need it. Eh? However, seal does damage. So I need to find a way to work around that. We may want an auto barrier. I know it's not the best weapon for this, but I haven't unlocked the knight's other sets. At the very least, we can ready chain lightning if we fail to I don't know. I really don't know. Let's smite. And then let's activate boundless spoils. And let's... Oh. Yeah. Let's start the game. And again, no commentary. Enjoy. Or maybe I should, but in a more lax fashion, like me sort of lazing about kind of fashion. But I need to make sure that I am being picked up by the microphone without the microphone picking up the electric fan. And I guess this is better. Wow, I have a lot of basics. Do I gain poison? Shit! I pressed the wrong card. I probably need a healing for yellow energy generation. Vision and regenerate would be a nice emergency. Fuck! I didn't notice that. What a fool! We're collecting this for transformation and conversion. Add a search card or infuse. Let's infuse smite. Or maybe search. I do realize that I can't. Sunlands will not work with because it requires energy, so it will not work if you get the weapon virtuoso card. I mean talent. edict of life will be powerful for slave. Dazed and stunned would also be good. We have to consider this not. So dazed and stunned would be the better situational choice. I don't have many actions, so this would be useless. And I already have 3 legendaries, so do we get? I think we don't get Stormcast. I need my hymns 1 second. Please give me some hymns. Although I'll probably burn through all of my basic cards because no mercy at this early stage in the game is good. And this is good because we are now no longer barred from being stunned. Yeah. It will probably be that all of our sun lances would disappear. I should have changed my basics. It is really hot right now. 35 degrees Celsius. We have to really burn or basic attack. With a basic attack. I need to replace Sunlands. I wonder if I have an upgradable card. I guess the Doom card wasn't upgradable. Yeah, fine. A lot of this is awful. A lot of them are also grounded. What the hell? Time stop would be nice. But you know what? This is a sacrificial card and a bad throw. You know what? Let's get scatterbrains. So why not? For this part, we will go with a Vesperine Mansion. What do you mean new high score? Probably for the night. But I've made a couple of blunders there. Should I end it this run? Eh, let's end it there. Till next time, guys. See you. Wait. Before we move on. Oh, I haven't earned enough to unlock anything. Just some talents, perhaps, but nothing more. And until next time, probably June. But I'll still be around, hopefully uploading videos. Till then,